on there was the option when the state of Ohio legalized recreational marijuana. There was the option that local cities and municipalities could deny the ability to do that. And 47 communities throughout Ohio have already opted to do that, to ban dispensaries within their city limits. It's their right to do that. I'm not sure what the thought process is behind that, because that means that each and every one of those municipalities will not benefit from any of the revenue that comes from selling recreational marijuana. I guess that they kind of, there's still a deep river of reefer madness in a lot of these smaller towns. But there are 47 of them throughout the state of Ohio that have passed moratoriums on recreational marijuana businesses operating in their towns. I was surprised to see Lakewood on that list.
I am surprised to see Lakewood on that list. That doesn't make a lot of sense considering they already have dispensaries. Like they have.
Well, Lakewood's on that list.
That's annoying.
At least temporarily, this ban is maybe some of these towns want to figure things out. I don't know. Avon Lake, North Olmsted, North Royalton, Medina, Westlake, Beechwood, Brunswick. Maybe they were thrown off, some of these towns, maybe they were thrown off by the number of vape stores that popped up in old Radio Shacks along the way, right? What I'll miss most about a lot of those vape stores closing just as quickly as they opened are the great punny names. Now, that's what we lose too if you're not allowed to open up a marijuana dispensary. The great punny names. I think you see that big billboard there at 117th in Detroit for Planet of the Vapes. It was staring you in the face. And some of those still exist. But Avon Lake is on that list, and Kirtland and Beechwood and Hudson. You might notice a commonality here. All of the upper crust suburbs, all the towns that are too hoity-toity. They don't want any pot dispensaries in their midst. But again, you're missing out on, now, when I say missing out on tax revenue, I mean you're missing out on the tax revenue that is not stolen away by state representatives. Because tax revenue in any state, it's just like a big bowl of Skittles. People in charge of things just walk by, grab a handful, and keep walking. But there is money to be made. And they learned this in Michigan, right? The towns that pass similar moratoriums like this, moratoria, I don't know. People would just go one town over and get their weed there. So places like Kettering and Xenia in the southwest part of the state. But up here, it's places like Ashland and Medina and Brunswick that, at least for now, are saying we don't want anything to do with marijuana dispensaries opening up in our towns. So you'll have to find it somewhere else. I think they should open them up exclusively on the east side of Cleveland and then just funnel whatever tax revenue money there is into those communities. A lot of other communities have the luxury of saying we don't want this because they already have revenue. You know, the tax base is higher where they live. It's something to think about. Did you watch the video of the woman, by the way, whose mom made this amazing dinner and then realized that the ingredient she thought she had was not I don't want to give it away. Her mom had ordered this expensive olive oil on Amazon.
Yeah, this is funny.
And her mom made this whole dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Based around the olive oil?
Yeah, she was really excited. She had found this rare olive oil on Amazon and was cooking this amazing dinner for the family. And her daughter documented the aftermath.
Okay, I feel so bad. Look at what my poor mother did. She just cooked this beautiful meal, this like Tuscan chicken and this amazing sauce with a new olive oil that she ordered from online. This pure Greek olive oil that she had ordered online. This delicious meal that she spent forever on. And only after she'd finished did we discover that it's shower gel.
It's it looks like a bottle of olive oil.
Yeah,
it
it-
says olive oil. It's got this old-timey label on it. And
It looks like something you'd see in the olive oil aisle.
yeah, and then she zooms in. It says shower gel.
That's a fun one to say, olive oil aisle.
But she's panning across the, it's still
So funny.
bubbling in the pan, and there's pasta and olives, and there's cherry tomatoes.
She just had to leave the room because she's so angry.
She tried.
The chicken tastes like straight up soap. How do you feel right now?
Mom's mad.
Like, I want to hit some. I want to physically hurt someone and hit something really hard.
Yeah, I want to hurt somebody. You got to look closely. Listen, we've all probably got caught up in something like that. You don't look at the label closely enough, or you've seen pictures of people who thought they were ordering like a full-size piece of furniture, and it comes to them and it's a toy. They're like, hey, look at this miniature table I
Yeah.
got. They thought they were ordering a dining room table, and it's very, very tiny, small.
I saw a post where someone said, I was about to eat a blue cheese crumble on my salad, and when I popped it in my mouth, it was deodorant.
What's in this salad? It's a little rich for my taste, but that's my Wolf's Bane cheese or whatever.
Mm,
Deodorants all have these wild names now too, especially Old Spice. Like anybody uses Old Spice, they have all these,
Mine's just Fiji.
Kraken penis and things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
I
they
think
had
that's
that
the one
one.
I use is Kraken
Kraken penis.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
be cracking penises, so.
I really have. Alan Parma isn't on that list. However, they have capped the number of car washes allowed in the city. Boy, that's Mike and Parma. Not to my mind, boy. It seems like every time there's a free parcel of land in Parma, anywhere, frankly, you see car washes going up all the time, and you're like, there cannot be that many places that need car washes. But they're probably, the upkeep on them is probably next to nothing. I have to assume, going back to Breaking Bad, I always see those places and I go, that's a front for something.
I don't know. I go
That's
to
how
a
they're
car wash.
laundering money, huh?
I go to a car wash, and I go at least once a week.
Brian has a membership to a car wash.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
A member. I did have one, but you have to use it so frequently that I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Well, like Bill said, if you're going once a week, and that's about what Brian does
Yeah.
or did, he bought all the stuff to do it at home for the summers, where he can, spend his Saturday
Yeah.
with a couple hours out in the sun.
And some Daisy Dukes.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, is he
Oh, yeah.
washing
Pushing
it
his
like
firm bosom
Yes.
up on the glass.
Always. And I sit inside. I'm like,
uh-huh.
it's the best.
Not this summer, though.
That's what he's doing. He's
Towing capacity, just things he'll literally never use.
I was going to say,
it
is
can
he
off-road. It can do all those things.
is
And
he
we're like,
prone to
never gonna-
towing 2 tons of things or
Nothing.
Okay.
He's not going to use 90% of the features.
But
on
he
this
wants
car.
the option if he needs to tow something.
Right. And he got the, expensive ceramic coating to help protect the
Ah.
paint.
All right.
No, that dude,
Got the undercoating?
loves
No.
his car.
Yeah. What color is it?
Green.
Of course it is.
Mhm.
Forest green, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good for him. Listen, there's not practicality is an underrated trait in people. I think pragmatism, practicality, there's nothing wrong with that.
He might be the most practical person I've ever met in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we're a good balance,
I was going to say, you provide
Fun.
a bit of utter chaos. I was going to say
Fun,
chaos, but yeah, fun.
excitement.
Why not? You provide the fun.
Whimsy.
Whimsy.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah. Al and I have a hard time calling Bruns Tucky upper crust. There's a lot of massive houses in Brunswick. I mean, I know everybody
Listen, Bruns-Tucky was like when I lived
a long
in-
time ago.
Yeah,
Everybody
30
calls it
years
Bruns
ago was
Tucky, but there's
Bruns-Tucky, but
big
it is-
houses out there.
There's big houses. There's huge. They've developed the town a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's not what it's not a little podunk spot anymore.
No. Well, those cities all have liquor stores, though.
Mhm.
You got to pick your poison. I got $1,000 here for you. It's a chance for you to get some money here from the Buzzard Bookie. Second to last chance today. So we'll do this now. We'll have one next hour, and then we'll start it all over again tomorrow. So good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Cash. That's cash. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Hey, Alan, hate the show. it's been brought up many times, a lot of times by Mary and sometimes Bill, but, we hear all about your odd quirks, having to wear pants when you leave the house, eating only a quarter of a bagel. And you wonder why, and, you think it's religion or something else, but I think it's probably being raised by somebody who enjoys paying bills.
Yeah.
What the F?
Well, like my mom was very practical. She liked getting those things out of the way. Like you talked about Brian, paying stuff way down the road.
Well,
my mom didn't
and-
want anything hanging over her head. I am very much neither a borrower nor a lender bee. I'm very much that guy. I don't like owing people things. I don't need to have need a favor from anybody else. So yeah, my mom liked getting things out of the way, sitting down with her checkbook and banging those things out, getting them in the mail.
Brian will pay bills online, but he still gets paper bills for every single
No, I hate that.
No,
paper.
no.
But then not only
Ugh.
does he keep the paper bills, he writes down the day that he paid it and the confirmation number, and then keeps all of his paper bills.
I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with that, but you don't
when
need
you
the
pay it
paper.
online,
Yeah.
right? When you pay it online,
They
that
send you a
all goes
confirmation
directly
email.
to you.
Yeah.
The
And
one
then
time I got him to pay his mortgage online, it was like a Saturday. And he's like, the money hasn't come out of my account yet. How do I know the bill? I was like, oh my God, Brian. I said, dude, it's a Saturday. Breathe. It'll come out
It's a
Monday.
Saturday.
Take a breath.
See, he needs you to counterbalance that whole situation.
Yeah.
Now, you are in no way changing anything that he does.
No.
But at least you're there.
I've told him 1,000 times to just set up online banking. Like, he has online banking, but I'm like, set up automatic bill pay. So that way this crap comes out automatically. Just attach it to it, which I think he might have for a couple of them, to be honest with you. Where I'm like, and it's all right there, and you get a notification every single month. Hey, thank you for your payment. It can come out on the same day every month. Then you don't have to do any of this.
That's what they tell you.
He's also
Auto
a guy.
pay is the best way that you can just get that stuff out of your brain.
And a lot of times you get a little discount.
Yeah. And you're talking about sitting down and, like, your mom going through and paying bills. He'll, like, once a week sit down with his checking account and his credit card and go through and make sure
things-
that he made every single purchase that shows up on that transaction list. And he'll look at me like, what do we do Saturday for $46? I'm like, I don't know, had lunch? What? I have no idea. But yeah, he's like,
So
he's
is
very
It's about that
tedious.
cup of water from Starbucks.
Yeah, right.
is he somebody who, if he was like a couple days late or something, he would just go ballistic?
It wouldn't happen.
Like it would melt his brain down?
If he was
It would
in
keep
a
him awake.
position where he would have to be a day late, it would be a problem. It would be bothersome to him.
He'd make other arrangements. He'd call the neighbor. Hey, I need you to mail this. I'm going to be
Yeah.
out of town. Could you mail this? Could you take this
But
over to
he's
City Hall,
also-
my utilities bill?
He's also such a planner that wouldn't happen. He wouldn't even allow for that kind of a situation to come
He
up.
wouldn't get that close to a deadline.
Where he'll ask me and be like, how much money do you have? I'm like, I don't know. Or what was your credit card bill this month? I'm like, I have no idea. I pay it once a week whenever I'm like, I should probably pay that. He's like, you don't go through and check to see what you're spending money on? I'm like,
No, that makes me sad.
right, exactly. I'm like, if I'm starting to get low on money,
Makes
then
me
I'll watch
sad.
it. He's like, so you only check your, like, I only check my transactions like once a month, maybe. I'm like, unless there's like a significant amount of money
I
missing.
can see when something's
Yeah.
wonky. And usually the bank will catch it anyway.
Yeah, they'll text you and they'll go, hey, we saw something weird.
This ain't you.
Is everything cool?
Yeah.
Y for yes, N for no.
Right.
Piece of cake.
Are you up?
Hey, you up?
What you
It's your
doing?
bank.
You up? Are you shopping right now? Because
Looks like you are.
Yeah.
With
He's
us,
just like he's
there's
just
no
a,
penalty for early withdrawal.
he's just a careful dude. That's all.
Good for him.
There's
He's got a
nothing wrong
kid.
with it. Right.
You know?
Yeah, there's plenty of people that have kids that aren't careful though.
Well, no, but if you have a kid, it's an extra reason to be careful. It's an extra reason to make sure everything's locked down. Because he's like, what if something happens to me? I've
Well,
got to have
yeah.
everything taken care of. It's like, I get
That's
it.
exactly what he says all the time.
Yeah.
Got to have at least 6 to 8 months worth of bills in your savings, just
Oh,
in
boy.
case. And-
Sure. For people who are fortunate enough to be able to be in that situation.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I got
But
some
I'm there when he like tries to freak out if it dips below and he only has 4 months
tries
worth
to
of money.
freak out.
And I'm like, hey, we're still fine. Nothing's going on with your job. Everybody's still working. It's going to be okay. Like, if we take a vacation or something and it, I don't have the specific number that I like to have. It's like, all right, that's all right. We're going to be fine. Everybody's doing it.
Well, some people need to hyper-focus on things.
Yeah.
I got some food news here. We've had the conversation. Everybody's had the conversation. Is a hot dog a sandwich? The question, people are of different minds on that. Here's a guy who says that a taco is a sandwich, and he sued over it.
Oh.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. I ever talked to you about Fort Wayne, Indiana, Bill? That's where the Fox Island Nature Preserve is. Have I ever mentioned that place?
Foxtrot Museum.
Yes. He appealed to the Indiana Supreme Court over this for a restaurant.
Sandwiches. An Allen County judge says yes, and that seems to clear the way for Famous Taco to open another location. For months, restaurant owner Martin Quintana has battled with the Allen County Plan Commission over what exactly was being built on West Jefferson Boulevard. The nearby neighborhood is okay with a small made-to-order Subway-style sandwich shop, but not okay with a fast food joint. Judge Craig Bobet agrees tacos and burritos are Mexican-style sandwiches, especially when prepared at a counter. Both the next step and a possible opening date are still unknown.
Mm-hmm. How about that?
Craig Bobet.
Bobet, Hobey. Tacos and burritos. Hey.
What do you say, Craig Bobet?
They're
Yay
like,
or nay?
we're okay with a sandwich place, but not a taco place. All right, well, tacos and burritos are Mexican-style sandwiches. I don't know if that's even, that wouldn't have occurred to me, but, you got to come up with, you're trying to open a business, you got to be resourceful. Now, the town wanted to keep national fast food burger and chicken chains out of this particular strip mall, but he wanted to open up a new location of his place called The Famous Taco. That's a little ostentatious. Hey, what's the name of your taco place called? The Famous Taco. Oh, where would I know it from? Here.
Famous.
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
It's known.
Mm-hmm. So this guy, all he wants to do is provide delicious Mexican sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this homie better have a jibarito on the menu, too. You get yourself some legit sandwiches in there, and you'll have no problems at all. But it's just a young man wanting to expand his business there in Fort Wayne, Indiana, in the shadow of the Fox Island Nature Preserve.
The original game that we played was sandwich or salad, right? That they were saying that everything can be either a sandwich or a salad. Wasn't that what it was? Like
it was,
categorized as a sandwich or a salad.
Yes, that is concurrent with is a hot dog a sandwich, yeah.
I was, I call my cat Ham Salad sometimes. And Dutching Ham Palace, Ham Salad. And then I was looking at her and I was like, would a cat be a salad or a sandwich?
No bread. Salad.
Her skin is kind of like bread.
Wait, walk me through this again.
Mm-hmm.
A what?
A salad.
So
or a sandwich.
A piece of fried chicken by itself is a sandwich?
Because it's got skin on it. That's what I'm saying.
It's
so then a
cat
cat is a salad? She's like quite literally a salad?
A cat is a salad?
Yeah. Would she be a salad or a sandwich?
Wherever you are on the iHeartRadio app.
Rover's Morning Glory.
Jimmy Carter's grandson said yesterday that the former president is, quote, coming to the end. He's been in hospice for how long?